Tuesday the 10th of June, and tomorrow they're doing a crucial vote in the House of Commons behind me on this new counter-terrorism bill. So, but we're saying no because of the effects it's going to have on our civil liberties. So I'm speaking today on behalf of the campaign against criminalising communities. The counter-terrorism bill is much more than the unacceptable 42 days pre-charge detention. Hidden within are very sinister proposals. Increasingly, anti-terror powers are used to convict individuals merely for alleged membership of prescribed political organisations, or possibly for possessing DVDs or for downloading websites. And also it's possibilities of harassing peaceful protest.
In Parliament, we're not democratically elected to debate who lives, who dies. Tomorrow this corrupt Parliament will try and enact another corrupt law to arbitrarily detain people without charge for up to 42 days. This Parliament are doing away with the rule of law. Previously you needed evidence before you arrested somebody. Now they're suggesting you can arrest anybody who's walking down the street just because you feel like it. Why should people be arbitrarily detained for 42 days by this corrupt Parliament of liars? Now these people who voted for an illegal war of aggression, who then claim it was poor judgment and all Tony Blair's fault, are still voting for illegal laws to arbitrarily detain whoever they like. This is all about the US maintaining its superpower status. The US and the UK governments are saying to the people of the Middle East, how many of you are willing to die before you hand over your resources to us? In the run-up to the presidential election in November in the United States, George Bush is trying to push through a treaty. The main points of this treaty consist of the US being able to wage acts of aggression without reference to the government of Iraq. They're also able to arrest anybody they like in Iraq, and the American soldiers and the private contractors are immune from prosecution. This is not about law and democracy. This is about these murderers coming out of this house now, lining their own back pockets.
Detention without charge. This is regarding the security inside the United Kingdom. I mean, the government here, the Tories said that they're going to protect the inside, and this is not aimed about any percentage of people living in the Middle East. This is to protect, to secure England.
Well, you have to look at the bigger picture, really. I mean, what's really going on here? And they've brought in 3,000 new laws since they waged these illegal wars of aggression. They've brought in 3,000 new laws to remove. Before in criminal law it used to be beyond reasonable doubt, and all these laws about arbitrary detention or arbitrary this and arbitrary that, and there's been a significant change. I mean, yeah, it should be beyond reasonable doubt, and you can't arbitrarily detain people or anything. That's unlawful, and they're making people fight it through the courts, and it's all for propaganda purposes, because why can't you have the evidence before you arrest someone? Even the United States can only detain people for 2 days. 42, 28 was too much. We should be repealing the 28. And it wasn't even, and the really insulting thing today was, it was reduced to an argument over the Prime Minister's leadership. I mean, they were talking about if you do not vote for the Prime Minister, there will be an election, Labor will lose. And that didn't take, it wasn't a serious debate about a serious matter where people will be plucked off the street. And I think it's another example of bad government. This is not the sort of democracy we want to explore anywhere.
No, thank you.
Is that okay?
And there's the filthy, dirty coward who did the 45-minute ride. There's Alistair Campbell. Let's arbitrarily detain that piece of filth who caused the death. You would have bloody well laughed about innocent civilians being brutally murdered. Which part of your 45-minute ride do you find so funny, sir? You are responsible for the death. This is the 45-minute ride. This is Alistair Campbell smiling about the innocent civilian children who died. This is a man with no conscience. This is a man who made money out of innocent civilians dying. Shame on you, you drunken, corrupt piece of filth. You filthy, dirty, corrupt. This is Alistair Campbell, 45-minute liar. 45 minutes, dossiers, here's the drunk, getting in a taxi. You coward!
Alistair Campbell, that piece of filth. My God. And it's quite good though, because you see in his face, he doesn't care about people at all. Disgusting piece of filth.
He doesn't have to feel embarrassed. He doesn't even have to say, not me, does he? He just tries laughing it off.
It is shameful and disgusting though, isn't it, really? Oh, God.
You got the bar.
And how many men with no balls are going to stand by in this country while innocent civilians are brutally murdered? 3,000 new laws to remove beyond reasonable doubt. 3,000 new laws to arbitrarily do whatever you like. And we just saw the architect of this, Alistair Campbell, walk scot-free out of this house laughing about the innocent civilian children who are dying. Is that a man? Is that law? Is this democracy? I don't bloody think so.